It's referred to as Chile's bread and butter. So important is copper to the world's #1 producer and exporter of the metal that any fluctuation in the price affects every sector of the economy.
Optimism when the price is high, pessimism when the price is low.
And right now, the price is the lowest it's been in 17 months, experiencing its sharpest drop in the last 2 weeks. It's a phenomenon that impacts Chile's currency, the peso, making dollars more expensive, and with it, the imported flour used to make this bread. As he buys his daily bread, Juan Perez acknowledges that cheaper copper means trouble.
The price of bread goes up, so does fuel. Everything, in fact, except our wages.
Finance Minister Felipe Larraín insists it's too soon to panic, while conceding that copper is Chile's main source of fiscal revenue.
Of course, this is a matter of worry for us that the price of copper falls, heavily in a matter of a few days. But we have to understand that we are in a particular reality where China, instead of growing at 10% as it grew for about 30 years since 1978, China is now growing at between 7.5% and 8%.
Chile's copper-driven economy boom has also thrived on European and U.S. investments in Latin American commodities. But that bubble, too, could burst.
If suddenly happens that the recovery of the U.S. economy is vigorous and European and Japan economies is very vigorous, that money goes back to the domestic economies and the price would go down. And that is one concern for the near future.
But what's bad for Chile's copper industry is actually turning out to be good news for many of Chile's other export sectors. Take, for example, fruit. Chile is one of the world's biggest exporters, but it's a sector that's been suffering lately because of the overvalued local currency, which producers say has made many of their products, like these raspberries and blueberries, uncompetitive on the international market. While welcome, this week's drop in the peso's value is insufficient, complain fruit exporters. Meanwhile, economists warn that Chile's copper won't last forever, and neither will the still high price of this mineral, which they caution is giving Latin America's most stable economy a false sense of security. Lucia, Newman, Jazeera, Santiago.